Yo, what's up, YouTube? I wanted to get a video out about my settings, my PS5 settings, uh, with everything that I'm using for Rainbow Six Siege. So first, we're gonna start out with general. I have my ping on and my controller died. What the? All right, we're back. So we have here's all the general settings. Basically, for the general settings, I just have it on like mostly like automatic and like manual and stuff like that. I have match replay on and everything like that. Matchmaking preferences, really anything. This is just for, training grounds, stuff like that. So we're gonna get on to HUD. I have normal, have the compass on, compass advanced, yada yada yada. Really, the only thing that matters here is just making sure that your stuff is the way that you like it, and yeah. So we're gonna go on to audio. I basically just have my master volume all the way up, music all the way down, dialogue to 70 to basically remove some of that dialogue while you're playing the game. Have it on night mode because you're able to hear more compact sounds and you'll be able to hear footsteps and a lot more stuff better. Trust me. I always have my stuff set on hi-fi because I thought it was going to be a lot better, but night mode is so much better. Trust me. Voice chat, really whatever you want it, and I have the controller speaker off. For my display, 90 FOV is really what you want to use. Anything below is more like zoomed in. You can't really see much of your peripherals. And I've seen that when I'm playing games of ranked and stuff like that. People don't see stuff from their left and right because they have their FOV down. And putting your FOV to the max can really expand your vision in Rainbow Six Siege. I have my graphics mode on prioritize performance. So you can run at high FPS and have like a lower resolution. It's a lot better because when you're playing games of ranked like that, the frames really come in handy. You don't want to have dropped frames when you're playing a game. So yeah. The HUD display area is really however you want it. But I have mine set to 90, so it shrink down a little bit, and since I have my screen super close to my face, it allows me to be able to see everything and not have to completely turn my head to see something. And brightness is at 65. This is probably the best brightness in the game. It's not too bright and it's not too dark. Also, when you get flashbang, you're not gonna get absolutely blinded. Also, make sure to have VSync off. VSync sucks. So for the controls, make sure to have your trigger effect off. Trigger effect basically makes it to where your sticks, I can't really show you, hold on. Your sticks here, when you pull them down, they're going to have a little bit of resistance here. And I think they did that for this controller to basically make it more realistic or make it to where you can tell where the dead zone is. But I don't know why they put it there. It sucks. To make sure to have your trigger effect off. Vibration is completely up to you. I've met some people that really like vibration, and vibration's not really for me, honestly. Because I don't know. I feel like it's a distraction while you're playing. Gadget deployment, make sure advance. Drone deployment, advance. Practice settings, I'm pretty sure that's really up to you. Here's my controller layout. I just used the default. Honestly, you don't have to use anything else if you play claw. So I will show you how I use my controller. So I usually use my controller like this. This is how I have my controller, with my pointer finger pointing down to the circle and the X. And I'll have my sticks like this. And that's how I play. So I can lean like this and use my sticks like that if I really need to. And if I'm wanting to crouch while shooting, just do like this. Just stuff like that. That's how I use my controller. So yeah. Um, I just keep mine on default because I play on claw, and yeah, it's just a lot better for me. Look inversion disabled unless you want it. Controller rotation updated, and here is the sensitivity right here. So I have really bad stick drift on my controller, and I found the absolutely perfect dead zones for my controller. You do not have to have your dead zones like this. So if you're watching this video and you're just copying the settings, you do not have to have your stick dead zones like this. The only reason why I have it like this is because of my stick drift in particular. Um, the vertical sensitivity and the horizontal sensitivity is really what you want to copy here. You're going to go at 35 and a 75. 75 because basically when looking left to right, you kind of want to, you know, be able to fully flick around on people and stuff like that. With the vertical sensitivity, it helps you be able to control that recoil of your guns a lot easier, I'd say, because if you have a lower sensitivity, you basically don't have to like try and fight your overly high sensitivity completely freaking out. ADS sensitivity, I just have it on standard and on 18. Hold and disabled. Honestly, this is just overly complicated for no reason. If you want to try and tinker with this stuff, go ahead. But this is very, very overly complicated stuff, like look acceleration and stuff like that. If you want to test stuff with it, go ahead. Accessibility, I just use a custom, and I'm pretty sure it's basically just the same. Yeah. I literally use a custom, and it's the exact same thing. So you don't have to really change anything for your color presets unless you would like to. Make sure to have your screen shake intensity off, because when you are in a match and if they throw a nade or any kind of explosive, your screen is going to be like an earthquake. So I say just take it off for the distraction. You don't want that distraction while you're doing this. And here's the chat stuff. If you want to copy that, that's completely up to you. And there is all my settings. I'm going to show you some clips now of me using my settings in game and how it helps me with aiming. I believe this sensitivity can really help you improve as a player and be able to control some of that recoil in game. And I'm going to put myself into a training range right now to show you what I mean. So in particular, I use Aruni. Aruni is my main on defense. I use her basically almost every game. As you can see, her recoil pattern is basically just straight up. As you can see, if you just aim down a little bit and use your stick down just a little bit, you'll be able to have it just a straight line like that. And even if you pull it down some more, you'll basically have a straight center. Now, for the highest recoil gun in the game. Okay, so I do not know what the specific stats is, but the highest recoil weapons in the game has to be the secondary SMGs. Without a doubt, look at this. I'm up in the air before, like, even half the mag is done. And in my opinion, I think this one right here is the highest recoil weapon in the game. And as you can see, this one goes up and to the left. So when picking out your main for your character or anything like that, what you really want to do is go into a practicing range, come up to this, and find out the recoil pattern of the weapon in particular. So if I was going to be using Dokkaebi and using her SMG, I would go down and to the right. Just like that, you're going to want to go down and to the right. Of course, it's going to still have some more kick. You would have to really train your aim for these weapons in particular, since they are the highest recoil weapons in the game right now. So yeah, really whatever character you're wanting to play, Oryx, like any of the high SMG characters, like if you were gonna use Mute and Smoke's SMG 11, honestly, you'd have to just sit in the firing range and kind of just practice your aim with that. In particular, this weapon, if you was to use this, another up and to the left, so you'd pull down and to the right. So really, you're just gonna want to go with the opposite of what the gun is going. And if you really just take some time in the practicing range, you can really get it down, and you can master the recoil in this game. And mastering the recoil in this game, of course, it's going to help you be able to, you know, have better aim in game, master your aim in game, and just stuff like that. Yeah, we're going to move on to the clips now to show you some of the clips that I've had, in particular using these settings. All these settings that you've seen today are in these clips, and yeah, let's get into them.